What's going on? It's Astronaut H, and this is the What More Do You Want Network. Now, in this video, I will be discussing the absolute bludgeoning, the absolute just beatdown that the Boston Celtics put on the Milwaukee Bucks in last night's game. A 40-point loss at home with all your players healthy, of course, off a back-to-back, right? You know, you play against an Indiana Pacers team if you're the Bucks, and, you know, it wasn't an easy win, but Drew Holiday did have 50 points. Giannis Antetokounmpo did have a triple-double. And the Boston Celtics were the more rested team. Now, granted, you know, we could look at it as one team was more rested than the other. We could look at it as, you know, maybe the Celtics were trying to send a message. Point taken, right? Because Jaylen Brown was from the onset of that game making it known that he was coming out to do damage, right? Then you had Jason Tatum, who has been said over the last month has lost his three-point shot. He goes out there and light the gym up. I mean, they were playing that defense on Giannis that we have come accustomed to over the course of many years anytime he faces the Celtics or the Heat or teams that basically build a wall and we'll see if others can beat them instead of Giannis. I mean, the Celtics could do no wrong on offense. It just looked like things were too easy for them. That's one side of the coin. The other, how do you respond if you are the Milwaukee Bucks to that? I have the Milwaukee Bucks going to the Eastern Conference Finals. I think they are one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference, along with the Boston Celtics. Are they on a head-on collision to meet in the Eastern Conference Finals? That is yet to be seen because we don't know how the seeding will fall as we close out the regular season. When I look at the Boston Celtics versus the Milwaukee Bucks, and I look at, you know, the matchups, the lineups, the rotations, it's a cause for, if they were to play, you know, in a 7-game series, I would watch it. I would think it would be great basketball and very entertaining. There's one thing I noticed about last night. You know, it was all about body language. You know, it was all about body language from the onset of that basketball game. You had guys like Robert Williams making an impact off the bench. You had guys like Al Horford hitting deep threes. You know, even when it came to the second half and the Bucks were down, you know, 30 plus, I looked at the sideline and I looked at, you know, their head coach and I'm saying, okay, if they want to make a push to get something, you know, to take away from this game, they're going to have to do it now. And it just seemed like it never came to fruition. The Celtics looked poised. They looked like they wanted to put the league on notice that, yes, the Bucks are the number one seed in the East today. But make no mistake, we were the ones that played in the NBA Finals last year. We were the ones that were up versus the Golden State Warriors in the NBA Finals. They didn't win, but they still have their core nucleus of talent. Also add in a Malcolm Brogdon. This team, for what happened in that game, is warranted. They can do that versus anyone if they play like that on a nightly basis. The Bucks defensively is something that I paid attention to a lot in that game last night. It was not their best effort. outside of Giannis really giving, 100% effort, which he does nightly, I didn't get what I expected from Drew Holiday. Chris Middleton was his night was ended early due to catching an elbow to the face. But he was having a pretty good game until, a few calls didn't go his way and things like that. But that's the game. We're living and breathing in a modern day NBA where things are not going to go your way. Calls are not going to go your way. You just got to play through it. The Bucks have a lot of answers defensively. We know what they're capable of. Brook Lopez is one of my leading candidates for Defensive Player of the Year. And I'm hearing myself say that and thinking about what I picked or who I picked during the offseason. I wouldn't even think I would be here right now saying Brook Lopez, Defensive Player of the Year. But he's a candidate, if you ask me, along with Giannis. I think, their bench with Carter, who's, more than capable. We know what Bobby Portis can do on the glass and also offensively if asked. Grayson Allen is a little inconsistent for my liking. Pat Connaughton is a little inconsistent for my liking. Joe Ingles is hit or miss. So when it comes to rotational players, when it comes to mixing and matching matchups, I would like to see the Bucks do better defensively. You cannot expect Giannis to guard 1 through 5, even though we know he is much more than capable of doing that. Now, as for the Boston Celtics, you take this win, of course, this is something that I feel like if they end up meeting later on down the road, this is something that is going to be in the back of everyone's mind come April, late April, May, possibly June. We'll see. We'll see who's there, and we'll continue the conversation from there. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Boston Celtics fans, Milwaukee Bucks fans, NBA fans, or if this is just your first time tuning into the channel, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can know anytime a video is being uploaded to this channel. It's Astronaut H. This is the What More Do You Want Network, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.